Hi everybody, and welcome to Survival Dads. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Modular Survival System's Catastrophic Trauma Hemorrhage Control Kit. The Catastrophic Trauma Hemorrhage Kit. This is a kit that comes in at £34.99 and has a couple of options. This kit does come with a tourniquet. It is available with a SWAT tee or a CAT Generation 7. So whichever one is your preference, you can choose. Now this is a kit that is designed to deal with catastrophic bleeding that will kill someone in minutes. So with this kit containing a tourniquet, I would recommend that you have training in this, but I would rather be treated with someone with no training than not be treated at all. So this is a kit that anyone could use, I'd recommend that you get yourself trained, just to put that out there. So what should this kit be used for? So this kit should be used for someone with a severed artery that has massive traumatic amputation. Let's say there's perhaps a leg missing or an arm missing, or they have uncontrollable bleeding. So this is bleeding that will not stop with direct pressure. Bleeding kills quickly. You can bleed out in under 3 minutes with a severed artery, and 3 minutes is not a lot of time to wait for emergency services to arrive. So you may have to deal with that bleeding yourself, or you may have to have someone else deal with it with you. So a kit like this is a real lifesaver. So firstly, the actual package itself. Like all Modular Survival Systems modules, it comes in this great packaging. It's sleek, stylish, easy to see what it is, totally waterproof, dustproof, with easy tear notches, heat sealing at the top, and a resealable Ziploc closure. So taking a look at the front first, we can see it has the international symbol for medicine here, so you know that it's a first aid kit. So here it says Trauma Catastrophic Hemorrhage Kit. So if you were to say to someone, go to my glove box in my car, grab the trauma kit, they're going to see this, they're going to grab it. Spinning it round, we can see that it says, for use by anyone who has suffered a major injury. This can happen anytime, to anyone. Being prepared, this kit will save lives. Catastrophic hemorrhage and blood loss is blood loss that will kill in minutes, usually spurting or gushing from an artery or a severed limb. So it has some very brief instructions here. Apply direct pressure, apply hemostatic gauze to the wound, pack with Z-fold gauze, apply trauma dressing on top tightly, and apply tourniquet above injury firmly. So we have a QR code here, so if you wanted to reorder or get more information, you can easily do so. And here you have a kit list, so you see what's inside. So without further ado, we'll open it up and we'll show you what's inside. Okay, so we'll tear it open. Very easy to get into. Okay, so first things out is a decent pair of large gloves. So obviously cross-contamination is something we want to definitely avoid, whether that's you getting something from someone or you giving something to someone else. One of the things they teach you when doing first aid training is the DRCAB. So you have danger, response, catastrophic bleeding, airway, breathing. So danger, part of danger is not only physical danger, for example a falling building or someone with a knife, it's also your personal biological safety. So first thing you want to do is glove up. So a pair of gloves is a vital piece of equipment. Next up we have some responder gauze. So this is Z-folded gauze bandage. 4.5 inches by 4.1 yards, or 11.43 centimeters by 3.75 meters. So this is a vacuum packed huge amount of gauze. It's folded into a Z to make it easier for wound packing into an injury. So if you want to know about that, be sure to check out another video which I'll be doing soon, or check out YouTube or go on a course and teach you all about this. So although it looks quite small, once it's opened up and the blood is starting to absorb into it, it expands and fills that wound cavity. So we have a huge amount of responder gauze there. Next up we have wound clot. So this is a hemostatic gauze. This is 10 by 10 centimeters or 4 by 4 inches. So this is for temporary control of bleeding. So it has some information on the back there. So what you would do is you'd go directly to the wound site, you'd pack that in there, right up against the arteries or whatever it is that's bleeding. That will help the body clot and help stem that flow of bleeding. So you have a hemostatic in there, which I think is a really nice feature. Okay, we have a SWAT-T tourniquet. So SWAT-T stands for stretch, wrap and tuck. I have some basic instructions on the back. I'll be doing a separate video on this, so be sure to check that one out. Really neat system. It can be used on your own, so if you're applying it yourself, that's not a problem. And also you can apply it to someone else. So the beauty of the SWAT-T over more traditional tourniquets is its multi-functionality. So this can be used for dogs, children, adults, and everything in between. It can be used as a pressure dressing, so you don't have to have it just as tight as a tourniquet, and you can apply direct pressure with one of these, or obviously you can use it as its intended use as a tourniquet by following the instructions. So a really nice feature to have in there. SWAT-T. Okay, next up we have, here we go, we have a trauma dressing. So this is 10 centimeters by 18 centimeters, and this is a pressure dressing, and these work fantastically well. So again, you can see it's small profile, but it really does absorb a lot of blood, and again applies at direct pressure by being an elasticated actual dressing. And that is it for this life-saving bit of kit. So just to give you an idea of the order in which you'd use this, for example, first thing you would do is put your gloves on. So gloves are on, you're all protected. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your hemostatic and you're going to pack that into the wound directly at the bleeding site. So you're going to get that right in there. Next, you can use your responder gauze and you're going to start feeding that gauze into the wound, again helping to apply that direct pressure. Next, you're going to take your trauma dressing, you're going to place it over the top, get it nice and tight, and you're going to be packing this material down as hard as possible. If that hasn't controlled the bleeding, or the bleeding is too severe to even warrant these, you can go straight to the tourniquet, place it above the wound site. Depending on your training, you can either go high and tight, or you can go about 3 inches above the wound. But again, if you're using tourniquets, I definitely recommend you actually seek out training in their use, because there can be complications with them, although it's becoming more and more widespread that the general public are advised to use them. So that is how a very brief explanation of how to use the kit. I think it's fantastic, I think it's well thought out, and I think it has everything for a untrained person or a trained person to use. So I cannot stress enough the importance of acting fast if someone has an arterial bleed. It's nasty, it's messy, and they can die very, very quickly. So with this kit, you'll definitely be able to stem that bleeding and get them to professional medical care as soon as possible. So, can you put a price on a life? This kit's only £35, and this can save you or a loved one's life. So, with its size, it's definitely being able to put it into a bag, into a camp bag. If you're using axes at a camp, for example, this would be a really good kit to have. Go into a messenger bag, work bag, glove box, anything like that. The beauty of modular survival systems is that you can pick and choose between them for whatever risk you might be facing. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Be sure to check out Modular Survival Systems, and I'll see you soon.